Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes. Rakeel. Good morning, Mitch.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rakeel.
Good
Rakeel, one
morning.
question.
Yo.
Can you let us know the gold trade you took?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was right up over here, gold trade.
Uh-huh.
My gold
Yeah.
trade was right over here. My stop was around 1478 above the wick. I saw this move up as a like an impulse move that Trump's getting impeached, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what people are gonna say. Okay, the president got impeached, buy gold. But you have to look at it from a perspective that okay, if Trump is getting impeached, people are viewing that as a good thing. You know, the market is going to view that as a good thing. So I saw this move up as a as a shock to the market that president got impeached, gold rallied up. But when the dust settled, when everyone realized that okay, you know what, like him getting impeached is actually not a bad thing, but it could be a good thing. So I start to look at the way that okay, well, you know, maybe this is an impulse move, and overnight we might see a move down and continuation to 1472. So I took sells and put my stops above this wick here, and I went to bed. Woke up in the middle of the night, look at the trade, closed 3/4, and woke up again and closed everything.
You didn't have a trailing stop at all? You just put it into profit?
Yeah.
That was a really nice entry.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was surprised that I woke up and it just didn't even go even further up. It just from there just consolidated and then start to drop.
You
So-
got it on the second bearish?
No, I got it.
Did you waited for the consolidation or?
No, I entered sells with my stops above 1478, and that happened to be the exact price where it dropped.
Jesus.
I thought that maybe you said like, okay, this is consolidating. If it's gonna go, it's gonna go lower or take me out. You know, like the risk reward is good. But
Yeah.
as I see as I see price consolidating, I'm gonna enter.
No, I entered it with my stop above 1478.50, and then that was it. Because I was like, okay, if it gets past this wick, then it's gonna go up to 1480, or 1479, and I mean that's okay. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just take this trade and see what happens.
Oh, I see.
But the whole idea was based on the fact that this move up was an impulse move, and like it had to come down. Like that was my whole thought process. Like it has to come down. Like it's not bad for the economy. It's good. Like people view him getting impeached as a good thing.
So that do you agree with that? I thought it would be like bad, like gold would go up for that.
Yeah, I think. Well, the perception is that like him getting impeached is a good thing. I mean, you look at all the news outlets, like everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, he's getting impeached. It's wonderful. It's perfect." He's been misusing power. So I looked at that and I'm like, okay, you know what? It doesn't make sense that gold should head up. Because whenever we have news like, let's say, interest rate news, right? We have interest rates news, they cut the rates, gold it drops with the shock in the market. And then after a while, when, the market absorbs the news, it realizes, okay, the rates have been cut. That's actually a bad thing, not a good thing. So then gold starts to rally again. So I kept that in mind too. So Trump got impeached, gold rallied. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's not bad. It's a good thing. So it had to drop. So I'll take my chances. I took a sell and paid off.
Yeah, it really paid off. Nice, man.
I mean, once you saw it start forming bearish, you had a nice move down to at least like 75.81, right?
Yeah, like my idea was just going to come down to this consolidation area again, and then it's going to consolidate here, and then in New York we're going to see a continuation move down, right? So I was actually expecting this move down happen through London, consolidate in pre-New York, and then drop further down with NYC open. But I guess it dropped further through pre-New York, and I was trying to create some sort of a consolidation here to, I guess, drop further.
So if we see it break this wick on the previous 30, we could continue down to at least like 1472, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yep. Because if you look at the candles right now, what's going on is that we had this candle broke this support, and this was bullish, this went up, and this came right back down. This candle closed right at this area. So now this candle has to reject 1474.50 and then break these lows to continue moving down. So in a way, I'm looking at this move up as like a fake out, I'd say.
So, Raja, there was nothing really technical about your sale. It was more fundamental.
It was all fundamental.
Yeah, cool.
But that's also me watching these things happen for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
6-7 months. So I decided to take my chances.
Yeah, very good. No,
Experience.
Mate,
Yeah.
you should go to sleep more often. just put it buy or sell and go to sleep.
Rakeel, this month you've been on fire, man.
Man, December has been really, really good.
Wow, man.
I thought it's meant to be slow.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Not for Rakeel, man.
December has been really good. I wasn't expecting December to be this good.
I'm guessing Sinad's going to get an extra good present.
We're going to Pakistan. Fucking
Oh, lovely.
expensive tickets, man. It's like 2,500 per person.
Wow.
Yeah.
So expensive, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's fucking expensive.
Holy crap.
You have to buy something for your wife, man.
Yeah, we're like 7 family members too.
Your share?
My share is like 7,500.
Oh, okay. I thought you were shouting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm only joking.
Well, that trade you got the other day paid for it, right?
Yeah, basically. But
So, go ahead.
most of it's gonna go to taxes. Taxes too. Like I think. Yeah, we have to see how much it's gonna be. All right, what's this?
Rakeel, can you have a look at EJ whenever you can?
Yeah. Ooh, interest rates.
Why did EJ push so hard just then? Anything special?
I don't know.
Like nothing.
I mean, if EJ goes down, it goes down. But I don't trade EJ, so I don't know. If someone has analysis, you can send it through.
No, that's kind of out the window now that it did that.
Gold 30 minutes. I think your stop is way too small. I think your stop is way too small. Yeah, it's like 4 pip stop. It's way too small. Should be at least, 1475. And then you should wait for this candle to close. If this closes bullish, then wait for the next candle to break this candle's low. That would be a safer trade.
Why are you selling gold into a zone?
I'm not selling gold. I'm looking at this chart over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Into support as well. At like 1473 was a strong area. Like 1473, 74.
Especially on the hour. If you look at the hour, it hasn't broken that area. Maybe one time, but it came right back through it.
Yeah. So I would wait for this 30-minute candle to close bearish. Once it closes, that'll give some more confirmation. Okay, now we're heading down. I still think it's gonna head down. I mean, it's rejecting
Well,
this area.
it's the daily support. That's the problem. But it is rejecting daily on to the upside.
Oh, who cares about that, man? Man, you guys talk yourself out of trades all the time. Like, come on.
No, mate.
Yeah, mate. Because if this closes bearish and the next one breaks this low, then that daily support is getting broken and we're coming down to 1471.
Not because of them 30-minute candles. That's because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rejections on the daily.
Yes.
To the upside.
Yes. And that's going to be the daily wick fill.
And then if it does close bearish and thingy, then the weekly will be looking to close back under 1470.
Yeah.
Then it would have been a fake out on the weekly.
Yes.
Then we'll
That
be
would be
looking to the
nice.
downside.
Did you get a new mic?
No, do you know what? I've had a shave. My beard's not rubbing on it.
Makes a huge difference, man.
All right.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Ooh. Yeah, I think your problem was you sold when the candle was bearish. When candles go bearish, what you have to do is you have to wait for the next candles to come up, create a resistance, and then give you confirmations to go down. Those confirmations is going to be your trade to go down, not when candle closes bearish. This is like selling the bottom. Can't sell the bottoms. Alright, gotta gather my thoughts over here. GBP interest rates are coming up. So when interest rates are coming up, high volatility news, we look at the higher time frames, because on the higher time frames we start to look at zones, right? Now if this breaks 143.200, the next zone is down to 142, let's say 700, which is a 50 pips away. And if you look left, there's a clean candle, which makes sense, it should come up here. But if it breaks up Yeah, to buy GJ, I'd want it to break above 143,800. Because if GJ can break above 143,800, then there's a clean move going up to 144,100. You get me? So all this area here, this is a no trade zone. Yeah, you know
Go
when,
to-
yeah, like when you have that no flex zone, no flex zone, no flex zone. This is the same thing, no trade zone. It makes sense, right? I mean, it's just ranging over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, just the way you said the no trade zone.
Yeah, because oh man, look, if we break below 143 to 200, there's a clean candle going down. So this will be an amazing trade going down. And same thing if it starts to go up. This will be amazing move going up.
Well, hopefully GJ gives us time to get in.
Yeah, we'll see.
Probably no confirmations, be straight down.
Let's see what happens. Buy GJ 143,250. Okay, Mohammed Al Mansouri, you are going on mute. Oh. Yeah. Like you need to send some, charts, some analysis. What's today? Thursday. Second last day for trading. Interesting. Man, I wonder what I'm going to do next Monday. Might
You're not going to know it's
Sleep.
yourself.
might as well come and stream. I'll be bored.
I'm asleep.
You can do a refresher or something
Oh.
like that.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Roman, you're here, man.
Dude, I've been here. I've said good morning like 50 times.
Yeah, but you said that you were gonna leave or something like that on Slack.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably around like 7:30.
Nice
I
trade.
gotta meet over at a new hotel about 8. Walk some contractors in, and then I gotta run out west.
Oh wow, look at this trade over here. Excellent trade. There was support formed. This candle closed below the previous candles. He took a sell, kept the stop loss here, and clean candles here. First wick fill, and then nice.
Nice risk reward.
Yeah, and he only learned it from the streams.
Oh.
Beautiful. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do next weekend? I'm going to talk to some guys here, and I'm going to see if we can arrange a like I know in 2018 we did a big Forex family holiday bash webinar. So I'm going to see if a couple of guys want to get together and host another Forex family holiday bash webinar.
What'd you guys do on that webinar?
Oh, we just go over everything like psychology, technicals. Like a bunch of people come on and they give their own perspectives and.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I think the last one was like 7-8 hours.
Yeah, that might be good for the streams as well. Help people.
Yeah, I think we might stream it. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe people in the streams could put some things to you, like a refresher over the years, over the last 6 months or whatever, if there's any questions they've had or whatever.
Yeah.
Rakeel, what you can do is charge like $5 and donate it.
Nah, I don't want to charge money.
No, but donate it. Not for you, but donate it for a good cause.
That's a good idea. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, man, like $3. What's $3? Nothing, man.
That's true.
Let everyone vote. Narrow it down to 3 different organizations. Let everyone vote so everyone feels
Yeah.
like they've put in.
Yeah, exactly.
St. Jude.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Perfect. I'm gonna set up a link tomorrow. And what's the date? Oh, I'm leaving next Thursday. Yeah, I might be able to do it on Monday, Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like,
Yeah, man. At least we contribute to something.
yeah.
My my girlfriend's cousin actually just went through St. Jude. He had developed, I think, testicular cancer. He's only 15, so he just finished and is in remission. So,
Oh, that's bad, man.
yeah, that's why St. Jude is on my map. They took good care of him. Oh, sorry, it was prostate cancer.
Oh,
Prostate cancer. At 15.
yeah, I know some people who've never smoked and they've got lung cancer.
Uh-huh.
And they keep saying, hey man, Raja, you keep smoking, you're gonna get lung cancer. Like, I don't know.
It's in the food. Why do you think no one in the royal family's ever had cancer?
Because they eat good food.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, see, gold has broken the high of the previous 30-minute candle now, so the sells are not there yet. Yeah, you would need this little area to break for a move down, because if that area breaks, and if you measure this is a nice, like a 20 pip drop at least. Well, I'd say like 15. Let's see, we got some. Oh, we got Philly Fed manufacturer. That's it. Free Wicks don't lie means legit and profitable. No, it doesn't mean that. Wicks don't lie are only free sometimes. Oh, German index. Nice.
Yo, Rakeel, congratulations on your gold trade. It
Oh, thank you.
was very nice. I managed to catch just a half of it in London, so
Yeah,
that was very nice.
that was actually very nice. Candle broke support, 1 hour resistance, waiting for candles to retest resistance, form bearish candles to continue down, clean target, 4 hour support. Yeah, it makes sense. It's at the support now, so that would make sense.
Oh, hey, excuse me, Raja.
Yeah.
So the 30 minutes about to close bearish now. So would you say that because it's closed bearish, it's kind of tapped resistance and now it's continuing down, having a stop above that 30-minute candle, because if it breaks that 30-minute candle, it's most likely going to continue up?
Yeah, and the stop is not that big either. It's like a 5-6 pip stop.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the thing is that we are closing at previous support.
Let's have a look.
If you look
I've
at
got
the 1 hour,
Like
86, from 86 to 87.
But that when you say that clean candle there,
yeah, I know.
are
what
you
mean.
saying that wick? Hold on.
Oh, Rakeel have it marked. Rakeel, can you go to EJ if you don't mind?
No, I do mind. There's interest rates coming right now.
Okay.
Here we go. So after the fireworks.
I have a buy stop at 143,570.
Any sell stops?
$143,570. Buy stop. Sell stop. Man, it's just coming down too hard. They're keeping the rate. I mean, yeah. I there's no confirmation for sells. It's just fucking dropping.
Oof.
Wow.
Should have put that stop in. Damn, it would have just.
See, that's
TP
inside
right now.
word. That's
Yeah.
That's just
Oh.
that's inside trading.
60 pips.
shit.
Unknown.
Oh, here
no.
it comes.
Here it
Oh
comes.
shit. That's some Oh, maybe sell from there. No, don't sell from there.
No.
And there goes gold.
Ooh, 3 pip spread.
News is as expected.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it does seem like it could retest this level and continue dropping, but it's just so risky right now.
You got rid of that buy stop, right?
No, I still have it.
Oh. Oh, so if it comes out good, it should push up.
Yeah, well, my buy stop is above the 1 hour candle high. So if it breaks that high, then I think this move down would be a fake out, and we're going to continue moving up towards 144. You know, what's this price? 300.
That'd be nice, huh?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
So what do you think that push down before the news happened is? Like, is that people making bets?
I think that was, if it's going to go up, I think that move down was a liquidity grab.
Okay.
Because like normally right before the news, when price keeps pushing, that's considered as a liquidity grab, that it's grabbing orders to continue going the opposite way.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I look at it as.
Well, could you think of it as the institutions closing all their short positions?
I don't know. Institutions don't trade on the 30-minute and the 1 hour time frame.
Good point. No, but like, what about before news and stuff like that, though?
I never looked at it in that aspect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I used to look at it into that aspect, that institutions are doing this and doing that, but then I realized, man, we don't know what institutions are doing, because there's no one here who works at an institution. Even if they have NDAs, you know, restricting them from sharing that information.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so if this move down was a fake out, then there will be 100% chance price will go back up to 143,800.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. See this here. Ooh,
That was a good 50 pip move.
wow. Yeah, that was a big drop. That was a huge drop.
Yeah, that 1 hour candle is like 60 pips.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's correcting it now. Another
That's insane.
I reckon your buy stop's going to get hit
Yeah, I think so too.
within the next 5 to 10.
Oh,
Triggered.
This is going to be a 100 pip candle.
Yep.
yeah. Oh, my buy stop got activated.
Goes.
We got 56 minutes left for the 1 hour to close. So.
Yeah. Got 56 minutes left.
Damn.
Yeah, this is gonna go higher. Like,
Got a whole lot of time left for this 1 hour to close.
So Raja, when you put buy stops and sell stops like that, you obviously don't use like a stop loss, right?
No, like I'm watching price right now. Like if it comes down negative 10 pips, I'll close.
Okay, so that's like kind of what you look for.
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of the times I've gotten hit, like you think once it breaks that wick, it's gonna continue with you know, like the movement, and then all of a sudden it just retraces.
Yeah, I just secured 10 pips over here.
Oh fuck, it's not closing, come on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It may not be such a bad thing because
Oh shit.
go.
Oh,
Holy
look.
fuck. Okay.
Come on, GJ.
Why you fucker are not closing? What the fuck? Okay, it's closed. All
Right.
Say try from your phone.
Yeah,
Probably
so like
faster.
my buy stop was above the 1 hour candle, because if this candle would break the high of the 1 hour candle, then there's a very, very high chance it's going to continue going up, because it's breaking the high of the previous candle.
What's your target here?
I closed.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like I got like 10 pips.
Very nice.
Yeah, so now this move down was a fake out. It's came back in this range now. Now there's a 70% chance that it will break out of this range and continue going to 144, let's say 200 to be safe. So that was a pretty good trade.
Yeah, very nice.
The whole move was 76 pips. God damn.
Well, it's not over yet.
God damn, I need to change my broker.
Who are you with?
IC Markets.
Oh, that happened to me too.
Yeah, they like to, to lag when the news events are going on. Their servers freeze.
I don't think anything could be worse than that NFP freeze.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah. My computer teleported.
Nah, the worst thing that could happen when the market, has a flash crash and and you have no stop loss.
Oh man,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, man, how many accounts got blown at the beginning of the year?
They go into your bank account and take your money after.
What caused the flash crash at the start of the year?
I have no idea. I was leaving work. It happened at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was on my way home from work watching a webinar, and my mentor at the time was saying, well, here are my two options. I can either put money in to avoid getting margin called, or take my loss and get out of the market. Literally, as we're looking at stocks, bam, got margin called.
Wow.
I think what happened
She was
if I'm
long UJ.
I think what happened, if I'm correct, there was something to do with the company, the Apple, the iPhone sales in China.
That's right.
And caused
Yeah,
the yen to move, and the algos turned on and moved.
Yeah.
Melted.
Man,
That was a brutal webinar, man. We were all like, "What the hell just happened?"
Mate, what did he say?
Oh, she was pissed.
Oh, she.
Like literally in the middle of talking about it, just bam, didn't even have enough time to react.
Far out.
So if a break above 143,790 is another buy entry, Daniel J. I think you need to send a chart and not try to copy people. Because this is the worst mentality. You need to send charts why you think it's going to be a buy entry. But that buy stop played out very, very nice. Pretty happy.
Mate, Jamar was in sales
Oh.
half an hour ago. He would have killed it. No, he was from I don't know, half an hour ago.
Okay.
I think he posted it in the New York session.
Hey, Roger, do you have any ideas on gold?
Let's take a look at, what's your idea on gold?
I mean, initially, I was looking for it to break the wick at 73.20 to go down.
Yeah.
Now that it's going up, I don't know. It just, to me, gold looks disgusting.
Yeah, now it's coming back in the range, so it's just I wouldn't want to touch gold. Like, I mean, it needed to stay below 114.74.30, but now if you look on the 1 hour is coming back in the range, and this range goes up till 14.75, 50 or 14.75.70. So to me, a safer trade on gold would be sells breaking below 14.73.50.
Yeah. Okay. I talked about this yesterday in the live webinar. We actually, that whole area at like above 1475.50 is a huge zone that we're going to tap into constantly before we break out of it. So if we don't break that level, we should be heading down. And I talked about that yesterday on how to identify that. The problem is, if you look on the higher time frames, the daily or even the 4-hour, we are constantly hitting that zone. So on the daily, you can see right now, this area here is a huge zone on the daily. This area right here. So this is the problem that you're going to run into as a trader, and we talked about this yesterday, is you're going to constantly try and take trades into this zone because the market's going to drive there. But technically speaking, anywhere within this area, the market can then just pull back and start to drop. So your idea as a trader is, okay, once we leave this area, so once we start to leave this zone and candles start to print away from that, that's a safer trade, because then now you know that orders have been collected and now we're starting to move in the direction that we need to move to. This is the hardest part about trading, is waiting to get out of these areas, right? Because look, gold spikes all the way up and everyone's like, oh, we're going to 1488, but not realizing that this is a huge liquidity area where people are just grabbing orders constantly. So you have to be aware of that. It doesn't mean that you can't take buys when you're in this zone, but you have to realize that at any given point in this zone, it could pull back. So your safe bet is, okay, if I want to take trades, I'm going to look to take trades above that area or even above this area here where it's safer. And then as price is moving, obviously then you have the opportunity. The biggest thing that you can do is say, okay, if this candle turns bullish, as an example, similar to maybe one of these candles, then the idea would be we're looking to fill that zone. But it's only once that candle turns bullish, and we haven't had enough momentum. And last night was just more of like an impulse move with the announcement of Trump getting impeached, but he's not actually getting impeached. That's the problem. And I don't know if some of the people in the market, made the decision to be like, hey, we'll just pump gold up a little bit, because they know that the Senate is not going to vote Trump out. So it's basically they did all that work for nothing. And then that'll probably drive the market back down because things are normal. And from the reports that have been out there, the market in the US is doing very well right now, and they'll keep tooting their horns. And that's what'll happen.
So by some miracle, if Trump does get impeached, do you think gold's going to go down or up?
Well, gold would go up, but I mean, he's not going to. Right, so there's no miracle. You saw yesterday on the votes with the Republicans, they all stuck behind Trump.
Yeah.
So the Senate is even bigger and more powerful than Congress, and they're going to stick behind Trump. This was a valiant effort by the Democrats to sort of smear campaign Trump because of what he did, which, I mean, technically speaking, yeah, he did some things that are wrong. Don't there's no doubt, but that's like, trying to I don't know a good analogy, but it's like you're not going to get anywhere and you know it. Like you'd have to literally persuade all the Republican Senate to vote him out. And if they tried and failed with the congressman, what makes you think the Senate's going to change?
I think this vote was just like, okay, you guys want to vote? Here you go. Here's your vote. Perfect. Happy? Okay, let's keep moving on.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was me too, cry, and now they have something to talk about for the election campaign. That's the whole narrative that they built. So when you think of a strategy, and you always, if you want to look at a profile, you say to yourself, why did they do something knowing that they would fail? They're never going to come out and talk on news broadcasts or press conferences of like, well, we don't have a chance of winning because we know the Senate is run by the Republicans and they're just going to squash everything we talk about. No, what they're doing is they're using media and they're using their ability to get press conferences to show the general public how bad of a person that guy is. So by doing that, that allows them now when they go into the primaries or they go into like the election the campaign, to use that as their story. So they're setting themselves up for the campaign race. And Trump is doing the exact same thing, and he's going back at them. And that's why he's acting all angry and dissatisfied. He knows he's not getting pushed out. Like, everybody knows this is a game, and he's playing the game like an actor, just like the Democrats are acting as well. You could see it. I watched on CNN yesterday. All they said was Trump has been impeached. Yeah, it was a vote. He hasn't been removed from office. They just kept using the word impeach because the average Joe who has a grade 6 education in the United States is like, oh, Trump's gone. That's it. It's over. And that is what they're doing. If you look at statistics, the average financial literacy in the U.S. is a grade 6 level. So that's why I use that as an example. And that's what they're using. That's the narrative that they're using to then push their campaign for 2020 to get somebody as a Democrat in the House, in the White House. But that's not going to happen because the Democrats don't have any credible candidates because they can't organize themselves. It's sort of here what happened with the Liberals versus the Conservatives in Canada. The Conservatives for the last few years have not had a credible candidate that could speak and persuade the general public to realize that Conservatives are the way to go. So what happens is the same politicians get in because there's no alternative, and they're like, hey, well, whatever, I'm used to what's going on now, I don't want to change. That's what's going to happen with Trump. They're going to turn around and is like, well, he's an asshole, he doesn't know what he's doing, he talks shit all the time, but hey, I got a job, so like, he can't be doing that bad. Because there's not going to be a credible Democrat candidate that's going to come out and say, hey, listen, I can do a better job than Trump in terms of the financial situation in the US, and I'm also a person that isn't like everything that Trump is. And that's what is going to happen at that point. And it's just a sad state of affairs. Whatever.
Twitter was an actual shit show last night.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, everybody's going to be yapping and talking, and it's just flooding the media with disinformation so that people are confused. And when people are confused, they're scared, and that's the best time to manipulate them.
Man, it got really annoying. Trump is getting impeached, the third president to leave, and I'm like, man, no, this is just hocus pocus news.
And I know it was. It was comical, actually.
A majority of people don't realize that it's just an indictment.
Yeah.
Bringing criminal charges up front. I actually forgot about it until I woke up and looked at Twitter.
Yeah, it just sucks because they did a whole song and dance for nothing, and that's what a lot of people will say, but it wasn't for nothing, because when you think long term and you think of the strategy or you think of the play, that's the play that they wanted. They wanted that play, and that's the most important thing for them, is to have that play so that they can talk about it later on.
Yeah, it's like having it on his like a resume that you've
Yes.
been you got voted for impeached previously.
Yes. Yeah, Black Box said it exactly right. That it's like getting arrested, and then the judge looks at you and like, oh, that's cool, go home. and the police officer. It's just sort of like when you go to traffic court and the police officer's not there, and then they dismiss your case, and you're sort of like, cool. It's like, yeah, I was doing 190 in a 50 zone, and the cop's not there. Oh well, I guess we can't do anything.
You think it was like something to affect his campaign?
Oh,
For the
100%.
next election, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's what the Democrats need ammunition for the next campaign. They needed that ammunition, so they needed to go through with this to prove that, hey, this was an indictable offense. See how bad your president is. Do you really want this guy for another 4 years? That is what they wanted to do, and they succeeded. And Trump knows that. That's why Trump was so pissed. He wasn't pissed that they were trying to impeach him. He knows that's not going to happen. He's pissed that now they have something that's credible that got through Congress so that they can go talk about it. Curtis, impeachment is the president being charged with a crime, not about election politics. Well, yeah, Curtis, no, that I understand that is sort of the exact term that's happening right now, but it's going to be used as a weapon in politics. That's the thing. So that's the bigger issue there. They're going to be using that as a weapon. Yeah, and we understand the actual, I guess I would say, face value of what happened yesterday, but we're looking at the deeper picture of why did they do what they did. So
they're still butthurt about the Hillary election, so
yeah, well, that's exactly it, right? So there's a lot of things, as we look at stuff and see things.
You think we continue to go down if GJ closes below like this support right here?
Yep. Yes.
If not, we could get a potential wick fill here too, right?
Yeah, I'd say trading in this range is going to be very tricky. Like that move up was due to the volume because of the news. But
Yeah.
but now it's trying to like die down a little bit, so it's going to get really tricky trading in this range. So if I was someone who hasn't taken a trade yet and whose fingers are really itching to take a trade, I would say wait for it to either break below 143.200 or break above 143.800. Because now G is back where it was 2 days ago, basically. GJ came into this range on the 17th December, and now it's back in this range.
Yeah, so with that too, I mean, if you look at this area here now that's being formed, that's your smoking gun. This is going to set up your new zone of liquidity so that when we get a drop down over here and we get another zone, we can then use that zone of liquidity. So what'll happen is candles will then drop to, say, over here. I don't know the exact area, but this is good enough for the example. It drops over here, and then as we start to push up, we're going to go through this zone over here, right? So we start to go through this zone back into that range. What you're going to find now is you have a level up top which price can dip back into. So what you'll see is as we start to make the ascent up, that price will bounce away, come back into this zone. So what we'll get is we'll get a candle over here that will look like this afterwards, and that will be the breakout of this area. No, that wasn't too smart. It's pretty stupid. That'll be the breakout of this area right here. So if you're thinking about market dynamics and sort of what's happening, this now, let me do this. Like I said, this area here becomes a new liquidity zone, which is technically part of this area here. Then what ends up happening is we get a push out of that zone, probably down here somewhere, come back out of that zone, back into the range, and then from there, like I said, you get one of these bad boys. You get a candle like this, and then we pop out of the range at that point, or we get a drive out that looks like that. So that's if you were trying to visualize what you think is going to happen next, that is something that that's how you would visualize this, is you would say to yourself, why is this area being formed? If it is being formed, what does that mean? Because obviously orders have been grabbed to sort of drive down a bit, and then orders are going to be picked up in this area here or wherever over here, and then we're going to drive up back into that zone, right? Because you're saying supply versus demand. So right now we have a bunch of supply getting picked up, and it's going to drive to a demand area and then drive back again.
Looks like Chris is looking at something really, really important right now. Chris is like, this looks good.
Can't even see him.
I'm trying to understand what you're texting me.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I'm
Right.
good. How you doing, guys?
Morning, Chris.
Morning,
There
Chris.
he is. That devilish hair of yours.
Yeah, man.
Nice to see the hair. It's all combed and shit. I like it. I like it.
Fresh for the masses, you know.
Fresh and clean.
Ooh.
Yeah.
EJ actually came down, but the problem with EJ Cell's hair was that there's not enough volume, and volume is measured by the number of pips in the candles. So low. I mean, this whole range was like 8-9 pips. It's garbage.
Yeah, and the previous close didn't have any wick.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this 1 hour candle, this 1 hour candle is what, like 20 pips, but it looks so big. You know, it looks massive.
Hey Chris, did you guys take anything after that that one trade yesterday?
What in Asian?
Yeah.
A gold buy stop, I think.
Yeah, I was there for that.
You got that one. No, that was it then. That's all we did, just them two.
Yeah, GJ was disappointing.
Yeah, it's annoying, man. I was just talking about it a minute ago, actually. Yeah. That's why it goes sometimes. It's all calculated, so ain't no problem.
Yeah. I'm more disappointed I took away my buy stop. as it was about to hit.
No, that's a good trade.
No, it was. How many pips did you grab off that?
I think it was about 20-ish, I think it was. Or 21.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, someone sent a chart with the good morning. Good morning. EU short scalp. Wait for 30-minute candle to enter short for retest targets. Nice. You'll find you might have some issues at this blue line, but other than that, looks good. Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna head off. Have a good day, everybody.
Daylight up.
Silence. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Everybody's away right now, I think.
I see.
We're just chilling.
Oh, Ted's here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm always here. I just might be doing other things.
Ted, I'm gonna watch your video all day today, man.
Ah,
Thank
cool.
you.
It was good. I think we did some good stuff there.
Yeah, you did.
Just a little bit of it, information, and some people.
Oh, those two guys are gonna be hurt, by the way. Those two Len guys.
Oh, I know.
What did I miss?
Ted was given a giveaway yesterday, and two guys had the same names, and then they almost fight.
Well, supposedly what they said was someone changed their name at the last second. So what they did was when they saw the name pop up on the screen, they turned around and they changed their name. So there was two of the same people. So I didn't know who to give it to. Right? I had thought that we hadn't included two names, but then people told me after the fact that someone had like rigged it and changed their name to the winner's name. Like that's pretty shifty.
Oh.
Shady. Damn.
Yeah.
Scammers
Like
on the next level.
That's what I mean. Like it's just, man, people are so dirty and disgusting.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Sick.
Yeah, because when I did it, what I did was I went through the entire chat box and I saw everybody's name, and I just kept putting everybody's name into the like online sort of the spinning wheel. And then I missed some, so people alerted me, which was fine. I just hadn't scrolled all the way up. And then when I spun, people were, that's what supposedly had happened. But the right people got what they got. And I mean, once again, it was a free draw. I don't know. I feel like, you had a 1 in 100 chance, right? So when you think about it, like it's not gonna, it happened. And then two people got a $25,000 account for the traders.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was good. And we did and we just did a webinar. Basically, it broke down the gold chart on the highest time frame all the way to the lowest, and how to execute and what to do and what to look for and stuff. So it was good. But yeah, we did things. That was the giveaway for yesterday. I don't think there's a giveaway today. Maybe we'll do a giveaway on Friday as part of Friday Funnies. But yeah, it's been fun. We've had a lot of good feedback. People are happy, paying it forward, stuff like that. So
interesting week, dude. It's been good.
Man, we paid for a lot of things this year.
Yeah, it's been a good year trading. I think I'm happy that the stream, has 900, 800 people regularly now. It's great to see everybody here. Can we get the webinar link? It's on my bio. It's saved everywhere on several YouTube channels. You can just here.
Yeah, you won't be able to miss it soon.
Yeah. Let me just pull it up. Let's do this. Here it is.
How can I join the giveaway? They just talked about they gave it. It was given away.
Past tense.
I mean,
Past tense.
Past tense.
Gave away.
Especially when we said yesterday.
Jeez.
Yeah, for real. How can I join the giveaway?
Go back in time. You won't want to do the giveaway if you have a time machine.
Shows you how much people don't listen.
Alright, I got my time machine on.
Ooh, looks like Egypt's going to continue dropping here today. What do you think about Renko charts? I think I don't understand them, so I don't look at them. That's what I think. The thing is, you need to understand how charts move, how price move, because if you don't understand how price moves, it's going to get really hard to trade. I was listening to somebody yesterday and they were talking about indicators and how they're like training wheels on the bike. I don't know, it's not the time for this discussion.
That was me. I said that, didn't I?
Was it you?
Maybe.
I was just saying, it rung a bell when you said it. I don't know what you were talking about. I think someone asked the question, I think.
It was like, when you're riding a bike with training wheels, it's because you're not confident. It's the same like when you're looking at price, you want to slap on an indicator because you're not confident where the price is going. Yeah, gold is in a dirty range now. GJ is in a dirty range.
Look at UCAD. It's gonna go fill all that back
Let's look at UCAD
from yesterday. So if people are looking for a trade to chase, here's a perfect one.
Oh yeah.
Here-
Oh, right
here's
here.
Yeah. Here's the trade to chase. Buy UCAD all the way back up. Like, right there, exactly. Clear path all the way. Push, push, push. Good morning. Please advise me. When trading the news, I keep misled by fake moves. First I lose. What's your best advice by this experience, guys? Don't trade the news. That's the great part about making decisions. That all you have to do is, if you see something's not working, don't do it any again.
Raja used to trade with moving averages a few months ago. Well, Nepali Chora, I think your statement there is false. You are spreading false news. So stop spreading false news. A few months ago is not, well, since we started the streams, August 2018, that's not a few months ago. That's a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't feel like it's been that long.
But here's the bigger thing. Nepali, why did he change things? What's wrong with changing things as you get smarter? As you grow as a trader, why are you not allowed to adapt? That's where I sort of, I don't understand that comment. Is what we're doing right now is the most up-to-date ideas. When I started trading, I used indicators because I was understanding the market. And when I got to understanding the market, I left. But the difference is now when we explain things, we are so confident in how we do our explanations that you can skip that phase of, well, I need to try this out, I need to try that out, and you can come right to this part. Like, you basically are watching the Food Network live, right? So, you know, when you get a recipe and the Food Network comes on and you watch that half-hour TV show, and, you know, they put the food into the one oven, but then in the other oven, the food is already cooking so that you don't have to wait 20 minutes and stare at the TV waiting for the oven to go off. Like, they keep things moving. That is effectively what we've done here for you, is we've gone through cooking the food and now we're showing you the presentation. If you want to go through the process of cooking the food and the trial and error that comes with that, by all means, be my guest. If that's going to help you learn better by doing more of the wrong things, that's good. But usually, for the most part, if someone keeps doing something wrong, they get truly frustrated and they don't really progress. So what we've done here is we've packaged up ideas and, you know, how we present them in a simplistic format so that you can say, hey, there's certain elements of this presentation that I can take away and add to my trading plan. I think part of what this guy is speaking about right now is bullshit, so I'm going to ignore that part. But there are one or two elements that, you know, this rowdy bunch of internet people actually know what they're talking about, and I'll apply those ideas. Because once again, I don't expect people to copy the trades. I don't expect people to trade like anybody here. I expect people to trade as individuals, but you can take elements of what people are doing as individuals and see how you can apply that to your current strategy. And maybe there's a gap in your strategy that gets filled by conversations here, by doing chart analysis, by coming up with different ideas and actually working through the theory. And you just generally become more confident in that.
See, this was June 2016. I got stochastics over there, MACD, Bollinger Bands. Oh yeah, look, we were literally trading 4-hour support resistance.
Yeah.
Price goes to 4-hour resistance, just sell.
Where's the confirmation?
It was so easy because the 4-hour candles are so strong that when they were going up or going down, they're just going down.
Mr. Cheers?
Yeah, Mr. Cheers.
Hey, Roger, can you accept my follow request? I want to go through that Instagram.
No, that's
man.
Man, I have 160 follow requests on that account.
One of them's mine.
You know, to be honest, I don't even remember the password.
You can get it. You can get it. You just gotta get your email.
All right, he doesn't want to get it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Cheers.
Rakeel, is that the Gold Barbie account?
No. The Gold Barbie account is the Wix Don't Lie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, gold. I thought gold was gonna keep going overnight.
I think Ted's right, and this guy is right here too. USD CAD is going to go up, EJ is going to continue moving down, and GJ.
It's going to bring.
I don't know. I'm done for the year. I'm not going to take any more trades.
Yeah, me neither. I
How would you suggest someone going through your material to learn your style? It's not about learning the style, it's about understanding what the candles mean when they move through zones. Like, I mean, if you look at the 1 hour chart here on GJ, taking a trade in this range would have been very, very hard, you know, and that's not a good style to trade. A good style to trade would be to wait for a price to break below 143.200, because if you look left, you have all these candles that were rejecting this area. So if you have one candle that closes below this area, then you have a higher chance of price to continue moving down to the next area, which is 142.700, or to be safe, 142.800. So that is market understanding that, okay, now the candles are doing this, the next move should be down over here. It's like you're anticipating moves. But the thing about anticipating moves is, like, some of the time price will not come all the way down to where you think it would. You know, it will maybe come down to almost like the ballpark area and then start to reverse. So what you have to do in that instance is, like, if you do take a trade and if you see prices falling, you have to secure some profits. Securing profits will keep you in the game longer than not securing profits and aiming for home runs. No home runs.
Yeah, I think that's a key word there, Rakeel. No home runs, because I think that's what people are trying to get.
Yeah. So if you see this 1 hour candle, the previous one broke below it, broke and closed below, and this current one, it spiked all the way up, and now it's closing below 143.200. Look at this. So now we just gotta wait for it to close. Raja, how do you place those yellow lines on the chart? Well, I go over to my line over here, and then I click mouse and then I place it. What the fuck, man?
Oh man, I'm gonna join the YouTube comments. In 1 second.
Someone's leaving the chat because they're like, it's too much.
This is too much.
Come over to Zoom.
How do you draw those yellow lines?
Yeah, we gotta send 9x to Zoom.
Oh man, my bad.
You got a thick skin in here, man.
It's crazy. Crazy things. How does institutions move? They don't care about support resistance. How do you handle that situation? To be very honest and frank with you, I have never worried about how institutions move because I don't know if anyone knows how institutions move. So I've never really thought about that or looked at that.
I move quicker than us. That's all.
Yeah, like this move up and then the move down. No one knew it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Nobody knew it's gonna happen.
Institutions just have a number.
Yes.
That's it. They're buying at this, they're selling at that. That is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole internet lore about institutional movement is such. It's like, you know, I compare Forex theories to like people who talk about aliens. Nobody's ever really seen aliens, but there's random pictures of aliens that people think they've seen. But only certain people have seen these aliens.
Yeah, like the Sasquatch.
Yeah, and then they go on for hours about how the aliens work. And I always wonder, you know, at what point, how come we all don't see the aliens? And it's sort of like institutional movement. When people talk about how institutions move, you would have to work in probably 20 to 30 institutions at their trading desk to get a good enough sample size to figure out what they're doing and why they're doing it. Because at the end of the day, every institution has a different objective in terms of what they're going to do based on their market cap, based on their strategies, based on their risk. So it's so hard for you to say, well, this is how the institutions trade, or this is how the banks trade. You can't figure that out. Like, I don't know where that concept came from. I don't know how people determined that you could take an institutional style of investing and bring it into a retail format. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, it's like, this is how the race car drivers drive. It's like, yeah, but they also have a high performance vehicle that if you tap the brake too hard, the car will flip. So would you want to drive that car? That's the reason why we have retail cars, because not everybody could be a race car driver. And that's how I feel about institutional trading. There's a reason why they call it institutional trading, because it can't be replicated. Because if it could, we would all be billionaires doing institutional style of trading. And like Raja said, he pinned it exactly the way he pinned it. If you don't know it, you don't know it. You're not going to worry about it, right? Like, if you think logically, if there's a storm right now in the Pacific Ocean and I don't live near the Pacific Ocean, am I worried about the storm? Probably not. Like, I feel bad for people by the storm, but what can I do? I'm not at the storm. And it's just like, I don't know. I just feel that people use those ideas as excuses on why they can't do what they're doing, or they hunt those ideas. It's like people who play the lottery and they think that there's a way to win the lottery more often than not. No, statistically, the lottery is probability.
You buy more tickets.
Yeah, and there's people have like number sequences and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just a way to deflect your mind into actually working hard. It's like, well, if I find out the way the institutions trade, I just have to do what they do and I'll be successful. So you're going to spend 5 years trying to figure that out when you can spend 5 years actually learning how to trade proficiently and actually understanding what you're doing, instead of trying to chase some internet lore about, well, you know, Goldman Sachs is sitting there. There's 6 guys at the desk this morning, and they're like, "Hey, GJ's gonna whipsaw. Watch this, Carl. I'm gonna push this button, and we're gonna watch GJ go to 150 and then back down to 145. You ready, Carl? Okay, I'm having my coffee." That's the institution.
Carl.
Yeah. Let me just press this button. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's a.
Yeah.
Chris, hey Carl.
Hey Carl, push the button.
No, Chris, you push it.
Yeah, exactly.
You push it.
Yeah, I think that move on GG, I think I'm kind of done for the week now. It's going to annoy me for the rest of the day.
Yeah, Carl, let's dump the market. Okay, hold on. I'll push the dump button.
Dump button, Carl.
I think the biggest challenge, and this is another reason why people talk about these other ideas of internet lore, is because people don't have patience. Like, you don't want to sit here, and I guarantee you there's 70% of the people don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to wait for this, right? Nobody wants to wait for this. They're like, hey, we're rejecting here, so I'm going to take a sell, and I know that we're going to go to here. And I'm going to fight through all this up and down stuff, and I'm going to get to here. And there's going to be people that are going to be like, hey, wait a second. This candle popped up, rejected, and we're going down here. And now I take a trade over here, down to here, and I didn't have to fight through all this up over here, right? So that's the thing. Or alternatively, the candle drops down back into here, and now we go and we fill this way here. And what I did was I waited for this area here to start going up, and I took a trade at that point. People don't want to wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to wait 3 minutes, Carl.
That's right. So, and then Carl comes along and
Mr. CEO Goldman is gonna get mad, Carl.
Yeah. Hi Ted. Any reason you guys only trade 5 to 10 pips and not more with higher targets? Well, actually, no. A lot of our targets run 20 or 30 pips. What ends up happening is a lot of times we'll get stopped out on the initial move, and what we're looking to always do is secure profits. I know that once again that's internet lore, and internet lore tells me that I should just be, if I see a target, I should just either hit it or hit my stop loss, because that's how you're supposed to trade. But I'm a full believer in capital preservation, and if I have a trade that's in profit, why am I allowing it to go back into a negative or a drawdown, and then have to fight my way out of that again, or hope that I was right? Right.
Also, what they need to do, the streams last 3-4 hours as it is. So if you want to swing trade, you're going to be on the stream for a week, mate, non-stop. Everything you do on the streams, you can do on a higher time frame and get the same results.
Mm-hmm.
If a candle hasn't broke the low of the last, enter your trade, you can do that on the daily, the 4 hour, the weekly. It's the same result. So if you want to swing trade, do it. But have you got the time to do it? And the patience. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I come on here, I set my alerts for areas that I'm interested in, and I'll put a film on or watch a documentary or something. And then if I get that alert, I have a look, I wait for something that I'm happy with, and then I take the trade. If I don't get it, I don't take it.
That is true.
And then have a laugh and a joke while I'm here.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to is, your comfort level. And when you have that comfort level, it's a little bit easier for you. And my whole thing has been, I hate seeing the fact that I see negative positions, like when I was in positive.
Yeah, that used to piss me off.
Yeah, that's the biggest, and that will mess with your psychology at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you as a trader should just really try and focus on just getting wins, no matter how small, because those small wins add up. I know people want big trades and they like to see these huge swing trades, but remember, those huge swing trades require days of movement. They require larger stop losses. And, are you comfortable doing that? Maybe you are, but for me personally, I'm not that comfortable holding a large drawdown on the hope and prayer that the next swing trade I'm going to do is going to make that back up.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's not nice.
Yeah, that used to be my game back in the day. It's just not for me now.
And don't get me wrong, you could turn your scalps into swing trades.
Yeah, you could do that. That's easy.
I mean, like you said, most of the time you can do that with scaling if you wanted to. If it
Yeah.
moves further, I've done that.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's been lots of times where I've taken a gold trade and it's gone 60, 70, 100 pips. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was hoping to scalp it, but what happens is you get like this impulse move, and then it moves like $2 or $3, so that's like 30 pips. And you're like, oh, okay, now I'll move my stop loss into profits, and it just keeps running. So don't get me wrong. Like, you're always looking to get the maximum out of your trade. But I think the takeaway there is I don't want to be in a winning trade and then watch it go into drawdown, hoping that it'll now bounce back, off that zone again and go deeper into profits. Like, I'm not that one to play that game. I'm active enough in trading, and I trade on a regular basis that I know there'll be another opportunity coming down the road. And I just want people to understand that there's no right or wrong way to trade. You can swing trade, you can scalp, you can do whatever you want. I respect all types of traders. What I just want people to recognize is at the end of the day, your main goal should be capital preservation. You should not be putting yourself into a situation where you are risking capital that you're uncomfortable with. You're taking unnecessary risk, things of that nature. You should always be putting yourself in a position of the first question you ask before you even open a trade is, how much can I lose? And if that number doesn't make sense to you, or you're worried about that number, there is no trade. That's the first step in any marking up a chart, in any sort of execution idea, is how much am I going to lose in this trade, or how much is it possible for me to lose? If that number doesn't make sense to you, then there's no trade. And you have to get used to that. You have to get used to watching trades just pass you by and, whoa, GJ moved 80 pips in 5 minutes over the elections. I missed that move. I missed this move. You got to get used to that. You have to get used to it because you want to be in control of your trading experience. You want to make sure that everything that you're doing, you have full knowledge of the idea.
The biggest things I learned was don't target a number, as in before I've been X amount, say £970 up, and I think I'll close at 1,000, and it dropped all the way back down, and I just wanted to cry.
Yeah. I used to have a target in mind for a trade, so I said I need to. But it was money based in my head, so it's more like, right, I need to make, I don't know, £500 or whatever.
Yeah,
that was my target. It wasn't really looking at a specific to take a good profit beforehand or something, and then that's the times where you leave it. You just, you probably don't move your stop loss because you think it's still going to go, and then you end up losing. And you think, shit.
Then the other one was stepping up lot sizes. Like I tried to go up, and I just felt uncomfortable. I felt sick. I was nervous. Kept checking my positions. I was like, nah, I can't go up. I can't stack either. I just do the same thing. I have one position. If it's a bit of a high risk position, I'll take one half a position. That's it. You just gotta.
Yeah, GJ should continue dropping here.
Yeah, I'm in sales already.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I broke 133, 138.
Yeah, me too. I got in at 143, 218.
Yeah.
$143, 218. It should come down to 143 even, like 12 more pips. And if it has more juice in it, it's gonna probably come down to 142, 800 then, because that would be a break below this area here, 143, 200.
Yeah, I'm hoping for 20 pips
Yes.
22 pips. I'll be good.
Yes.
So right around this
Could potentially make
this wick here.
Yeah.
Then I think that's 20 pips.
Yep.
For a longer hold, you could potentially make it to 580, which is like the previous support.
Yeah.
This is an easy trade. Like this is like, you know, things that people need to like take in consideration and trade
There's a lot
off.
of news going on.
This is, I would say that if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, then there's 100% confirmation we're coming down.
Right. Well, right now for me, since I'm already like used to GJ and I see that break on 143, 138, I know for a fact it's gonna keep dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, this needs to stay bearish. The 15-minute needs to, like, you know, also stay bearish here. This bearish. I got my. Let me just map this out over here. 143, 218. That's where I have my entry. Targeting down over here. If this this first 15-minute candle closes, then I wouldn't be worried about this 30-minute candle's high, because once that 15-minute candle closes bearish, then this high of the 15-minute would also be the high of the 30-minute, and the next 15-minute candle should push the other second half of the 30-minute candle, continuing down till, you know, whatever this number is, 143.
140. I have 142.866.
Oh, okay.
I'm basically going for the 30-minute wick fill on the bearish candle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and maybe the runner. Yesterday I left a runner thinking gold was gonna keep popping, right?
Yeah.
But I got corrected so quick. So I closed partials at 1478, and the runner got hit at break even.
Yeah,
Yesterday we took a trade, right, Monty, on the stream.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a buy stop one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to snipe it, but I messed up bad.
78 wick fill was good, but I mean anything above there was real tough, I think.
Yeah.
It worked out well though.
This is a good question. Gold sell or buy, Raja? I think you need to send a chart. Gold is ranging. Gold is neither a sell nor a buy. I'm just focused on what I'm focused on right now.
On GJ.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, people who want to trade like 2, 3, 4 different periods at the same time, and they haven't even traded 1 or 2 periods in 6 months. That makes no sense.
Because here's the thing. I looked at gold, and gold was ranging, so I was like, okay, maybe gold is not going to be a good pair to trade. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to look at gold. I look at GJ, and GJ had a lot of, you know, volume, this volatility, closing below this range. There's a range down here. So I'm like, okay, this could be a better pair to trade. Look at your JPY, you know, there's not enough volume. The candles are pretty small. So I was like, yeah, no. So sticking with this over here.
Sticky.
How many hours a day do you trade? Do you stop trading when the stream is over? Yes, I stop trading when the stream is over. Actually, this is my second trade for today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did he do before?
I had a buy stop. On 143.570. With this news, with this news spike up, secured 10 pips, and I closed. So now this is my second trade. Waited for this candle to come down, and
you didn't get the correction though, right?
No.
To move up. Okay. Yeah, that was me on Friday. I'm like, I'm done for the rest of the year.
Like, I mean, I'm playing with house money, you know, so there's no risk at all. I think I've done well this week, so I can afford to risk something.
Yeah, it was a pretty good week. I'm not gonna lie. I held GJ for 500 pips.
Oh,
that's insane.
50 pips or 500 pips?
500.
500 pips.
Yeah, 500 pips.
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, I sent you the.
Oh, that 20-cent lot, $1,000.
Yeah, 20 cent, $1,000.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Damn.
It was a good hold, man.
I have no idea how I did it, but I did it.
Pure fluke, brother. Pure fluke. Yeah, it's a nice payday.
Yes.
See, it's coming back. If it starts to come to my entry, I'm going to close it at break even.
Yeah, but I think it just should continue up. It's just getting some 15-minute retrace.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Hey, doesn't it kind of look like a 30-minute closed, in the range? Definitely above 4200. I didn't take it off that initial candle. I took it off as the the low was broken.
Yeah, you're right. But like, I still believe that this will continue moving down, especially when the 15-minute candle is about to close in 1 minute, a minute and a half. So it's still closing bearish, and this closing bearish is keeping me in the trade.
And also, people can see that if this 30-minute candle is, breaking this previous high low, there is a very good chance that it's going to continue down.
Yeah, that was my confirmation to get in. I just wanted to, realize.
Right. But then you have the risk of going, of the candle pulling up again, and you could get hit on the entry. But right now, you see how it pulled down after the 15-minute, before 15 minutes. So now it should continue down and hit target.
All right, I'm securing 10 pips over here, letting it run.
Nice work, man.
I think we won today.
Putting stops at break even. Perfect.
How did you do that? You didn't move it? You can close that stop? Let me
What?
see. Could do that again?
What are you talking about?
You had stop loss, right? And you clicked the button and it just came off.
No, I dragged it to break even.
You dragged it down?
Your internet connection sucks, so it's.
Yeah, I just saw it popping out. Like you pressed the button and it just poof.
Oh, actually, on my platform here, I did press the button because I got that remote.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. You pressed the button.
Yeah, I got that remote.
Oh, you're using that remote.
Hey, man, your mic is way too loud, or you're just screaming in the mic, so you need to relax.
Man's
I'm too hyped. I drank coffee.
It's way too loud. God damn.
Early for that, man.
My mic is not loud.
It's very loud. That's what I'm saying.
It is loud, man.
How about now?
That's better.
How about now?
Still the same.
Kevon, how about now?
We should just not.
How about now?
Man, mute yourself, then try it.
Yeah.
How can why would I mute myself and try this? It doesn't work.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Mac. Forget about it. It's fine.
Chris is crying.
Just whisper.
Mac is like that hidden class who can't see the board. He keeps asking, "Hey guys, what's that? Hey, what's that right over there? Hey, what's that?"
My little brother.
Yeah, he's that like little kid. Hey, what's that?
Stand in the corner. Go stand in the corner.
Yeah.
I had too many sweets at break time.
Man, this remote is actually very sick.
Yeah. When are you gonna start like selling them?
We're still in testing phases. So I think we're gonna be done testing by like January, and then by mid-January, it's gonna be up for everybody. But it's amazing. I pressed a button, it closed 75% of my position, and then I pressed another button, it brought the stop to break even.
And you can set that percentage to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're done for the year, son.
Look at that drop on GJ.
I'll place an order.
Why do you have that target? If I may ask.
My target?
Yeah, the one drawn here. Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's just the ultimate target. Oh, there we go. We hit TP.
I'm gonna go for the ultimate. I'm gonna go for the ultimate target.
Nice.
Going for the ultimate right now.
You're probably gonna get it.
Yeah, I'll probably get the ultimate. Ultimate.
Oh,
ultimate target. Ultimate. Oh, come on, another one. Well,
I'm getting 40.
Ultimate target.
Well, YouTube, if you guys like this trade, just give a thumbs up and a like.
Yeah, for the Mac. Do it for the Mac. And I am done with 40 pips for the day.
And people say trading is hard. This is easy.
The ultimate target has been reached, and people, I'm out.
I'm just watching numbers spin up, making me smile.
Great trade, just got out.
Wow.
Wow, ultimate
Holy.
target.
42.5, that was a call. It'll get there at some point.
Oh, my trailing stop's going to get stopped though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking a minute ago.
Set on 12 pips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll
It's coming down to 1426.
Yeah, I'll go 580 as a target, but I've got to get past here first.
Well done so for the day, gentlemen.
We take selfies.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Hey, quick question. So my bias was once it broke that 30-minute low, right? And so I noticed that you got an entry like 3 pips above mine. Now, I saw for a split second it broke that 30-minute low and then retraced a few pips. Is that how like you normally enter, or did you just like happen to click and that's where?
I happened to click, but I also kept in mind my stop is going to be above the 15-minute candle. So my stop was above the 15-minute candle, and my whole idea was that if this previous 15-minute candle closes bearish, then that high would be the high of the 30-minute candle, right? And then once that high is made, the next 15-minute candle should have no business going above that area if it's going to continue down.
So did you get your entry once it did go below that 30, or did you anticipate it maybe like when it was close?
No, I anticipated it. Like once this previous 15-minute candle closed bearish, I entered, and then I kept my stop above the 15-minute candle because my bias was bearish. You know, like also earlier, if you saw, Ted was saying that if this is a big liquidity zone, price will come down and create another liquidity zone here. So I kept that in my mind as well.
Yay!
Yeah, I also kept that in that box. I don't know if. Oh, let me draw it. This
I feel like little things like that grab you like perfect entries.
Yeah,
Right.
I was right. Yay.
Yeah, Ted was right.
He just popped out of nowhere. He's like, I was right. Did he take it or not? You didn't take it. You stopped already.
No, I'm not trading this week.
Yeah. You can still call it for fun, dude.
Yeah, it just when you remember, trading is all about telling a story. So what is the story, right? And it's exactly what I said earlier, is what is this story trying to tell us, right? Like, what are we trying to tell with that story?
Bro, I love when you come up with the story thing because
that's what it is, right?
Yeah, one day on the charts when you said it, it was a mixer, I think. He said, Macedonian, you need the storyline. And I actually wrote a story like saying like once a day.
Yeah, it's just when you understand the story and you can think of this is the biggest thing is people get scared of trading or they get the fear of missing out with trading because they don't plan to execute the trade, right? When you plan the trade and you sit down and you actually map it out, obviously, because I've been doing this a little bit longer, I can map it out faster. Like I can anticipate things a lot faster. The person who just started trading maybe 3 months ago or 6 months ago, it takes them a little bit of time. But as you start doing that process over and over again, you are going to be more comfortable executing in a faster way. So you'll know right away, you'll say to yourself, okay, with that specific idea, with this idea here, we have two options. We're either obviously going up or we're going down. Okay, what makes logical sense? Well, so far we've been dropping. This move here we've seen happen a lot of times. It's usually a news impulse move, and all the orders were basically popped up to this area, which we can see matches up with sort of these resistance areas. So if we know that, then more than likely we should be going down. So how do I anticipate the movement down? I'll say, okay, well, when's a good time? Well, probably New York Open. So what I'll do is I'll look to take entries below this area over here, knowing that we're breaking below that little zone that's been created. And then at that point, I know that this can be my first target, or ultimately you have this, which was called out based on, a higher time frame. Right? And when you do that, now you say to yourself, okay, my target has been secured. And as it continues to drop, now I'm looking to say, okay, where are we going to find an area now to hit and then pop back up? And now with that being said, once this area is found, this bottom is found, and we start to see candles move away, we know that this is probably going to be a smoking gun to come back. Why do we know that this is going to be a smoking gun to come back? Because all the orders that were taken over here to drive price down now have to come and return home. So that's how you're telling your story. You're saying, okay, well, if I see at any given point that we start to create a support, whether it's over here or down over here, wherever it's going to be, and we start to go back up, as we start to leave and we start to move back up, we have now new targets to start to fill. And that's basically what you're going to do to tell the story at that point. I bet Ted doesn't have a girlfriend. He talks too much. That strengthens your tongue. So it helps out with the girlfriend.
That's true.
The more you talk, the stronger your tongue is, and women like the tongue. So there you go.
It's all about that.
Someone's laugh is getting.
That's Tin Man, bro. Yo, Tin, what's wrong with your mic, bro?
Tin Man.
Tin, he just popped out of nowhere.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, Tin. Tin.
Yeah, I'm on the way to Houston right now.
Are you driving?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just offended Natasha. Sorry.
Oh my God, Natasha.
I just offended her. Sorry, Natasha.
Yeah, Natasha. Well, it's been.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
What an analysis!
God damn it! I know it's going to go to 500.
Man.
Yeah, I got stopped at as well. I had a trailing at 40 pips.
This
Yeah, I got in for. I still have a runner.
This was the trade of the morning here, boys. Once again, these retards, they win.
The retarders. The retarders.
Man, I can't believe people say we can't trade.
No, we obviously just guess all the numbers. And it just happens to get
It's literally just guessing. Wyckoff's the only way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Somebody said news in 5 minutes.
There's CAD news, but I don't think it's going to be high.
But it's still going to hit my
Oh,
target.
Cass, you're gonna get it.
See, gold
US
still ranged.
We got news for gold coming in.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was the CAD we were looking at earlier? You saying that it was a good option to buy up and hold for a while.
I think it was USD CAD.
Oh, was it US CAD? Was it? Yeah.
I think it was US CAD.
Oh, it wasn't one of my charts. I wasn't
You
sure.
trade that I like on Cass.
That's cool, Gil.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
Mm-hmm. I was just looking at the daily, and I was just waiting. I thought it was going to be
Hold it. Who called it?
How is everyone today? I'm
Good,
guessing
good.
GJ
Yeah.
the screen.
It made an enemy with me last night, but it's made up now.
Yeah, I saw your trade. I don't know why.
I think I was it had a bit of the whole. No, there was like a little jump on gold and stuff at the same time as the kind of the impeachment stuff came out as well. So that kind of, I don't know. Or maybe I rushed it a bit. But it was only like 5 pips or 10 pips or something loss-wise. It wasn't excessive.
It looked like a good trade. I couldn't think of anything that was wrong with it. Took 3 trades today. 2 wins, 1 loss.
Nice.
Who's that? Who's that talking?
Caval.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you guys have met. Caval.
No, we haven't. Caval, Mac.
No, I don't think we have.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, we have.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
no,
have
we
in
have.
Miami.
Caval was in Miami?
Oh, maybe actually.
I was the guy that walked in with the crazy hair.
Oh yeah, we did meet.
Yeah, Mac was probably slow in his words.
No, I wasn't. I was very straight arrow, right to the point. Went in, say hi, left. Got coffee for free. That place is actually nice. Really nice place.
Dude, how much coffee do you have this morning?
I had a cup of coffee. I'm not gonna lie. My name's Mac, and I'm addicted to caffeine. I had a cup of coffee this morning.
Oh, 2 trades on GJ today.
Yeah. I had a buy stop for news, got that done, and then I waited for it to come down, break below the support, and took a sell on the 30-minute. And
Yeah, see, I messed up on one because I had a buy stop. And I closed it, but I was too slow. So it kind of whipped back real quick. So I didn't really get as maximum as I could. So still was positive, but I was a little bit slow.
Jobless claims in 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Look at you, Cat.
Back to one.
Well, Roger, how do you keep winning? It's institutions move the markets now.
I guess institutions don't see my stop loss.
Because you ain't got one.
Yeah.
Crazy,
eh?
Who knew?
They don't see my stop loss.
Yeah, it's the white cock.
I actually had a meeting with a CFO of a hedge fund in London a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And they were saying most hedge funds only use currencies just to hedge their equity positions as opposed to actively trading it.
That makes sense.
Does make sense.
Yeah, that's what I've said too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I got another good highlight for the day.
Who called it?
I did.
No, I think I called it.
Ted gave the idea, I executed it.
But no, but I called it.
Yes, you called it too.
I called it. Okay,
Yes.
I want to see Macedonian called it.
Mac, your voice is
All
going to
right.
be in the highlights. Don't worry.
All right, Mac. You guys both called it.
Yeah,
Let's not
exactly.
compare dick.
All right.
Let's not compare dick
Yeah.
size here, guys.
Exactly.
No, you know what's funny? Like in our group, people fight about who took the winning trade first.
Yeah, that's the funniest part when you think about the irony, right? It's not longer like, hey, you're giving me crap advice, or we're losing trades. It's like, no, I called the winning trade first. No, I won more. Like,
Yeah, but that's true though. Like, who said, all right, it broke below the previous low? Who said it? I'm gonna go in.
for like this is like first world trading problems. It's like, no, I want to get credit for the good trade.
And I said it. It was an easy trade.
Who got the best entry though? That's the problem.
Well, I set the entry.
Did you take it though?
Oh my god.
I don't even know what
Man.
mine was.
I can guarantee nobody's got a group as funny as ours.
No, I know that for sure.
And entertaining. The other groups, no one says nothing. I bet they're boring.
Let's give this, Rakeel, let's give this one to Matt, man. You had so much for the previous weeks.
Yeah, please, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Mac, you called it.
Get a picture of Mac. So what we can do is we can put a picture of Mac right here.
I'm gonna put out.
We can do that.
It's alright. His voice is on the whole stream anyway.
and then this is basically Macedonia, right? Because he's a strong guy.
His muscles.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
I can't look at his haircut.
Hair is that's fucked up.
Oh, look at the henchness.
That's He-Man right there. There you go.
Oh shit!
There's Mac. Oh, I got to build his traps up a little bit more. There we go.
That's big.
There's Mac.
That's pretty good.
Well, I have a belt. I have a Gucci belt. Let me put it GM. So this is a Gucci belt.
Hey, don't forget his Gucci belt, please.
Yeah, no, I'm drawing it right now. Gucci right there. G.
That's
Yo, you're pretty good at drawing.
I was going to say, Ted, that's actually pretty impressive.
That's pretty good.
It started off a little bit wavy. I was like, not so sure, and now it's now come out pretty good.
That looked like a buff. That looked like a buff chick.
This is.
Yeah, just leave that drawing on there for 1 sec.
No, don't.
Take a selfie.
Leave that drawing on there and take a look at YouTube.
No.
Let me see.
That's Mac, right? That's Mac.
That's Mac.
Oh, someone said this Mac guy is an annoying queer. Hey, we can't use those words, man. Come on.
He's annoying.
That's wrong. He can't say queer.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No,
man, people are so immature. Someone ban this guy.
I know, ban Justin Weiss.
I'll be moderating.
Oh, Justin. No, we know Justin. Justin's okay.
Justin Weiss?
Yeah, he's okay. I think it's the
He's
Justin
annoying.
Wise we know.
That word's fine.
So you're not being serious that I'm not an annoying queer.
You can't say the Q word, man. You didn't see the you didn't see the football player that got kicked off the Jets for using the R word.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's true. Yeah.
Why? There's a program called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy in England.
Yeah, but that's the proper way to use it.
Yeah. Not like a derogative term.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I would have took those gold buys, man, when it broke the top of that candle.
Going up.
That's
Oh,
cool.
well.
Yeah, that's a fresh book. That's a fresh.
Anyone took those buys?
Nope.
GJ done me. That's enough.
Wow, gold.
I'm not gonna lie. I was in them at 14.74 and I closed 2 minutes before news because I didn't want to risk it.
That's unlucky. Man, you hate it when it happens.
Yeah, I'm not bothered though. I've had 3 wins today, so.
Yeah, like we said, with gold, it's just going back into that upper area again.
7
Yeah.
8 again. Yeah.
I had one this morning. I sent to Jeevan, and then I had another one myself, gold, and then I had Rakeel's GJ.
sure miss the stream. It's you guys are funny.
What?
Good view. Yeah, it's a good social experiment.
This stream is petty. I think he meant to put an R there to say this stream is pretty.
Yeah. Got Max face up in there.
Yeah. Oh man.
We love you.
Thursday, we're having a good time.
Yes.
I thought it was Friday. Wow. We got another day.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a null day anyways. Everything's gonna be probably quiet. So
Got some errands to run. Bro, yesterday I was doing deliveries in the middle of the storm. I was on Zoom and I was on Zoom and I was on WhatsApp. You know, but I was stopped because I couldn't drive.
Yeah, it looked nasty, man.
Yeah. Horrible.
Especially when you went off the video and you're like, I just heard in the background, you're like, I'm sliding.
I'm sliding.
What you're done.
The R8 doesn't have 4-wheel drive?
Nah,
It's an A6. Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive, but still, bro, I don't have winter tires. I have all season tires.
He hasn't got driver ability either. So
yeah, no, I gotta buy winter tires for the slippage.
You don't need no slippage.
And my blinker is not loud. My blinker is just.
I don't think Audi drivers use them.
Yeah, Audi's pretty good. Not gonna lie. The service is not that good though. Like horrible compared to like BMW, where you get like a certified pre-owned, a CPO car. You get warranty for 3 years or 30,000 miles. On Audi, you don't get warranty. You pay for everything, oil changes, everything. BMW pays that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Benz. I don't know. I'm happy, so okay. And I'm still missing the side mirror. Think of the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck, bro. If I get the Cybertruck and I'm in New York,
I'm looking at the new SUV they're bringing out.
I'll be. Oh my god. I'll be. The city.
Yeah, I like that car. I don't know when they're going to bring it out. I think they're bringing it out in the US first in the end of or sometime later this year.
But that kind of looks like something from Scandinavia.
Yeah, man.
Something made out of IKEA.
It's a bit like a Porsche. Similar.
Like a Porsche. How would it be like a Porsche?
Have you seen the big ones?
The big Cayennes?
Yeah, similar.
No, how is the Cybertruck similar to a Cayenne?
No, not a Cybertruck. I'm talking about the, what's it called? Model Y. The new one they're bringing out. Or trying to.
Oh, yeah. Cayenne version.
Yeah, I like that.
Model 1. You sure it's Model 1?
Why? Like, yeah.
Tesla Model 1.
Nah, man, like this. Look, I type the letter. Like that. Why?
Oh, tell why. Model Y.
Must be that language barrier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does look like a Porsche. Wow.
Man, who calls it Porsche?
Porsche.
Yeah.
Is it Porsche or Porsche?
Well, it's Porsche I come from.
Yeah, Porsche.
You got on tape. What do you call it?
Hmm?
Oh, I call it Porsche.
I call it Porsche. I've always called it.
But it's supposed to be Porsche.
It's supposed to be Porsche in German, but
Yeah.
but I call it Porsche.
Yeah, like when you go to the dealership, they call it Porsche.
Oh yeah, they have to call it Porsche. Yeah.
I see.
Seriously, I always thought it was Porsche. I heard Porsche before. I thought that was like the street term.
The gang term. Yo, what's up with the Porsche?
Is Raja there? Can Raja move to the 4-hour chart on gold?
So it kind of looks like a cayenne, but smaller, a lot smaller.
Well, I think it's gonna be pretty big. I think it's like 7 seats or something. Or
Look, Elon Musk he's not even that tall. He's like about my height, and the car is like his height, so it's not that big. Yeah. Well, yeah, the front does look like a Porsche Cayenne.
I like the back of it as well. I think it's pretty smart.
The back, let's see the back. 7 seats, panoramic glass roof, 76.
Yeah, that's what I like. I thought 7 seats.
1.9 cubic feet.
I might have to take your shout out on gold, you know, because I called on GJ because I called 142.610 and it touched it to the dot.
But did you call the entry?
Well, it don't matter, mate. I think I'm gonna have to have that one off you.
Okay.
I said 585, so 585 is still coming.
I'm really joking with you, mate.
Where can we send a chart, like a picture? You need to go to a website called Imgur, and from there you can figure it out.
Raja, can you go to the 4-hour on gold for a second?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this is where we talked earlier. This whole area here is a range, okay? Just because this candle is going up doesn't mean that it's going to break this area. So you have to be careful, right? Because you can see here, we had this candle right here go all the way up, and then we had a huge candle drop. We had a candle go up here, and then we had a drop again. So if you're in buys with gold, you have to realize that there is a possibility that when we get to the top of that range, that we could have a pullback. Because you can see all the way across, all you have to do is map this all the way across. You can see how strong of a level like 14, I would say 1478 is, or 14.8, like 1479. So you have to be very cautious when you're trading in this range. Granted, the range is very wide, right? It's a 50 pip move. So there's no reason why you can't take that, but don't get caught up in the higher time frame when you get to this level here and then it pulls back and you're like, well, what the hell happened? So this is, once again, part of planning your trade. Is if you took the trade over here, congratulations, you got the nice move. But just remember, as we get here, you have a decision to make. Your decision is based on previous information, previous times that we haven't really broken that area. So really make sure that as you're trading gold and you're taking buys, you don't get caught where you get like a 40 or 50 pip move and then all of a sudden it does one of these. It pulls all the way back and now you're stuck because you didn't learn to take profits at that point. So just really make sure that as you're trading gold, you are cognizant of the higher time frames, because they really respect the higher time frames, and you could get something that looks like this or something that looks like this within a half hour or an hour, and all the profits that you would have had based on, I guess, all the what you're doing right now, you would have been better off taking profit at the top of that range. And now you've been basically blown out of the water because of the fact that the candles pulled all the way back. And once again, you can see instances where we've had that pullback. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but what it means is you should be aware of the possibility that it can happen. So manage your trade accordingly. This is where you as a trader have to make decisions, and you have to stick with those decisions, and proper planning will help you stick with those decisions. If you believe we're not going to pass up through here, then this is probably a very valid take profit point. Rather, what you can do is say, hey, I'm going to move my stop over here because I'm comfortable with this profit at this point, but maybe we continue further and I get more profit, but I'm okay with just taking what's over here. Or what you then turn around and say is, hey, I want this area here. We got there. I'm done. I'm taking profits. If the candles continue to print and continue to move up and we hit this point here, I can't turn around and be like, oh, I should have held. That's not part of your plan. Your plan was to say, hey, I'm going to get to this point here and I'm going to exit. If that's not your plan, then you have to accept the fact that this candle could pull all the way back again because we really don't have a strong push. Ideally, what you would want to see the next candle do is pull down and then drive. That's ideally what you'd want to see, because what you want is you'd want a whole bunch of orders in this area here, creating a wick so that the wick leaves and then gold pushes up, and that's how you'll get the breakout. Then people say, well, how do I catch the breakout? Well, maybe put a buy order over here, and when you see this candle popping, it's going to just pop right through your buy order and you're going to hit this next target over here, right? But don't try and chase it based on this candle over here. Take what you can or what you're expected to take from that and go from there. So if you're able to do that, that's what you're looking to do. So no one who's taken a gold buy should end up with a losing trade today. Everyone should have a profitable trade. How much profit you want is what you determine based on your risk, based on your trade management.
What's this? USD CAD. Break of range, waiting for candle to close bullish to enter buys. Yep, this makes sense. But if the candle doesn't close bullish, then the buying is nullified. Okay, what's this? Oh, can't open chart. My chart looks completely different to Raja's, question mark. Well, I don't know. I can't see your chart, so I have no idea.
Because Roger is using a special liquidity provider.
Yeah. I have a special liquidity provider. It doesn't hunt my stops. It doesn't have a stop hunt. It basically, every time I take a trade, it just goes in profits.
God.
Special liquidity provider.
In the background, you know what you should do one day is, Raja, do a video that's really like marketing, like a market savvy video where you have like background music and stuff like that, and you can and just grab a whole bunch of clips of all the best winning trades and have like all I ever do is win and just make it like a pure marketing video and just set people off. Oh, I'd laugh so hard about that.
All I do is win.
Music.
Yeah,
hey,
put the music on.
Music. I can edit it. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, and then make sure you get a hat, put it on backwards, and go, yo, yo, yo. You want 80% win rate? Here it is.
Man, I just want someone to go through all the live streams on YouTube and just pick those clips. I'll pay someone to do that. Last time I paid someone to do that, they ran away with my money. Seriously.
It'd be cool, and then you have like a ghetto green screen thing, and it looks all yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah, that's really gonna set people off.
Yeah. Just so bad. It's like every day you come on and there's always one good trade that's been taken and people win. And then other people are like, I don't understand how these guys win every day. It's like, but we sit here and we do the exact same thing. If this happens here, this is what we're going to do and this is where we're going to execute.
Yeah, it's just comical. Well, time to win again today. Oh, nice. Someone got their sell stops activated on EJ. Very nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. The reason why that makes sense is because what you're doing is you're playing off another zone. So what you're saying is if that zone doesn't break to the upside, that it's the last touch of that previous zone, and then you continue down to the downside. Right, so you figured out sort of a little cheat sheet there.
What's this? So bummed you're not coming to Aussie. Yeah, you know what? I looked at the flight schedule for Australia. If I leave Tuesday afternoon, man, I'm landing in Australia either Thursday evening or Friday morning. I'm not wasting 3 days traveling.
Man, that's crazy.
That was nuts. I'm like, yeah, no thanks.
Don't worry, when they bring the Concorde back, you'll travel. You'll be in Australia.
Yeah, that would work.
They can make every flight in the world 3 hours. Man, I travel everywhere.
Especially the UK one time.
Oh yeah, UK.
I mean, but you're still scared of going over water, so.
No, but 3 hour flight. It's a flight time, right?
Yeah,
like
but
there's less probability of something happening in 3 hours versus like a 8 hour flight or something.
It's about half. Come on, like 65% less probable. You know, it's to look down the window for 3 hours and all you see is water.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. That's ridiculous. Staring at ocean? No thanks.
Oh man.
When are you guys coming to London?
Ted, what about if you get a blindfold?
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think eventually I will make it to the UK and it'll be a surprise, and then I'm going to go visit all my friends. All the ones that love me, and then I'm going to take Tashawn around for all the ones that hate me.
Yeah, and you're not going to tell anyone.
That's right. I'm just going to pop up. Be like,
you got to go see Ricard too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see everybody out there. I think if I go to London, it'll be like a 2-week span where I just hang out for 2 weeks there, and
It'll be a long week.
just taunt all the trolls. Hey, come on out! I'm over here now.
A lot of people do book signing. You do book signings. You should do that.
Do a book sign. That's right. I'll do a book signing
for the trolls. That's
Oh yeah, that meme that he's on the paper bench doing books.
Yeah, I just go around. I'd rent myself a McLaren and just boogie.
Go roll around at Mayfair.
That's when you should make your marketing video, Ted.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, when I come to the UK, it's gonna be like Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna have a whole music montage as I get into the airport. I'm gonna have a whole videographer team walk around. Get my Gucci bag full of UK pounds and just start spending it everywhere.
Pounds and yens all put together.
Yeah, no, it was.
I think you'd enjoy London.
Yeah, I think I'll be there sooner rather than later. I think if I come to the UK though, what I'll do is I will do a big free event there for everybody. I'll do a big free event with catered food and stuff like that for everybody to come hang out and just meet and greet.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. Meet and greet.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of traders from the UK that may not necessarily know us, but they know me, and it might be a good networking opportunity for other people to meet other traders out there. Because I mean, there's a lot of great traders in the UK, and I talk to them a lot. So they also have their own sort of base of students and things like that. So it'd be great to sort of connect everybody.
Yep. Changing the world bit by bit.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's like what we do here every day, right? You've gotten to know people, and it's like there's people in your backyard that you probably don't even know that are around that maybe you guys can do, like you can meet ups and do live things. It just takes somebody to bring everybody together.
Yeah, it does.
Just do a world tour.
Chris, where do you live?
A place called Silverstone, Northampton.
Oh, nice.
Started about an hour north of London.
Junction 15, right?
Yeah, about there. Yeah. Probably about 20 minutes or so from there. Right near the racetrack. It should be easier for us in the UK to meet up with people because it's tiny in comparison to like America. It's like...
Yeah, I mean that's sort of the idea. I would want to meet a lot of people that are angry. I think that's sort of what I want to do. Is I want to meet the angry people as well. Just from a standpoint that I just want to understand why they're angry. Like what like where does
where's all the aggression come from?
Yeah, where does it come from?
Yep, it's the aggression. It's always aggression.
Yeah, so that's sort of what I'd want to do. And because everyone that I've met in Toronto that's had aggression towards me, when we've met, we've had great conversations. They've aired out their grievances and they've been very angry. Like I've had people yell at me across the table and I'm like, okay, well, like, that's cool. But after that, it's like, okay, I'm like, what can we do to resolve this? And then they start to realize it's like, oh, all right, this guy actually does care. And then it's like, okay, you know, like I'm having problems with this. And we end up working for like 3 or 4 hours through different scenarios and sessions. And then afterwards they're like, man, this was great. And it was just more of the fact that they just needed a communication. If you ever come to Toronto, I live in Toronto. I don't have to go far. I'm here.
You live next door. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's funny because you know when I meet people, then they're like they want to take pictures and stuff and things like that. The biggest thing, and this was something I talked about on my Instagram live the other day, the biggest lesson I've learned in the last year and a half and what I'm trying to practice is understanding where people are coming from, and not looking at what people are saying at you at face value. It's just more the fact that there's underlying issues with that person that they're afraid to discuss or they're not willing to accept. And I've had to work through a lot of scenarios, and I've gone through a lot of scenarios like that. I did a lot of reading about that kind of behavioral analysis, and just in terms of what characteristics are displayed, you know, how to diffuse situations, how to make that person, you know, open up a bit so that they can heal.
More of a mental point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you know, I've been focused a lot on psychology. I read a lot of psychology now. Just message boards, message forums. I spend a lot of my time reading that because I really want to understand where the hate comes from. And the hate doesn't come from I don't like you. That's not what I'm talking about. It's where's the deep-rooted issues with certain people and what is the motivation behind why they do what they do. And
opinion what it might be now.
No, I definitely do. There's a lot of it has to do with obviously social media and the stigma associated with it. A lot of other things have to do with their own unwillingness to work at something, or their fear of failure, and looking at failure as a sign of weakness, when failure isn't a sign of weakness. Failure is a sign of, just understanding where things went wrong and correcting that for the future. And I've been doing a lot of that, and it's helped me a lot in my personal life, because now I'm a little bit more at peace with what people says.
And you should take it to heart a bit more before.
Well, yeah, because it's frustrating to me, because I'm like, why are people angry at me? Like, I don't even know you. Like, how can you be angry at me when you don't know me? But it's now I understand it more, and I'm putting that more into conscious practice. So it's allowed me to be a little bit more calmer, because my frustration arises when people arbitrarily throw crap at me that makes no sense, or they're doing it just to get a reaction from me, and I don't understand why you're targeting me. Like, go to the park and go take a run. Like, so it's just, and that's where, like, I try and work through that, and I've done it before, because I don't feel that and it's funny, because there was an interview yesterday on TV with Alex Trebek, who's the host of Jeopardy. He's a Canadian guy. And he said it perfectly. He said, basically, I have success now, so my job is to go out there and help other people. And I came from a position where I had nothing, and now I have something. And he said, it's not a matter of him trying to change people's positions, but it's a matter of him trying to help people maybe not have to go through a similar hardship that they had to, and giving them an assistance.
More understanding that.
Yeah. And that's what he said, and it really resonated with me, because that's what I've been trying to say all this time too, is once you have success and you have whatever you have, the goal is now to help other people, because like he said, there's no downside to helping somebody else. Like, you feel good, he feels good, right?
Yeah, that's a good way of seeing it. I think if you understand other people's stories, that like you said, that could be where the question comes from. Whether it's a jealousy thing, greed thing, or that's all.
Yeah, and the thing is too, I think the toughest thing is for people to be vulnerable, and I've learned that as well. People don't want to be vulnerable because they feel that you'll take advantage of that. And I've had conversations with people in private that I've never talked to anybody else about. People come to me in confidence, and I talk to them. We talk about things. I talk to people in confidence as well. I have a lot of deep-rooted issues that I have to work through, and I have to talk to people. And it's just, you look at that, and it's like, anytime someone speaks to me, I always assume that it's a private conversation. And even if it's about the weather, I just assume that if you're talking to me privately, that's what the conversation's about. And I've talked to a lot of people about that. And I think as a group, as a community, we need to be a little bit more open with each other, but also maintain that confidence of, hey, I can talk to you about things that maybe aren't related to trading, but are affecting my trading, and how can I work on that? And not turn around and feel that, hey, I'm going to be blasted on the internet 3 days later because you're going to post about me saying, hey, like, I'm worried about this, or, I have family problems or that. And I think that's the biggest thing. Or, like, I'm not confident in myself. Maybe I have body issues, or maybe, I feel I'm not successful or popular or something like that. Like, I don't want people to feel that way.
I think that stigma's always there if you talk to someone, if you're not confident in what you're talking about, that a person might go ahead and, like you said, post it on Instagram or some shit, that type of thing. Yeah, that's a big thing now, because it's so easy accessible now for stuff like that. So, yeah, that's interesting though.
Yeah, it's just like I said, that's I've really tried to do, because I just, the world is such a bad place now. It's like, if I can just lend an ear or help people out, it works so much better that way.
Well, I think on the other hand, like you said, it helps you as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I've met a lot of people I've learned a lot about different people. I've had, you know, it's great to be able to go to different places now, like in the United States or in Canada, and just be able to hang out with people. And I talk to them regularly. Like I mean, I go to Miami. I love going to Miami because it's like I know so many people there now, and I talk to them regularly. It's great just to, you know, be able to just see them face to face and just be able like to shake their hand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Same here, Ted. Same here.
Yeah. Kerwin.
Well, since doing this, to be honest with you, I've had offers. You know, if I'm ever in Miami, for instance, or something like that, I've got somewhere to stay and stuff. It's pretty cool. This type of, you know, setup.
Yeah.
Just from people you meet and talk to and stuff, and that's good.
Yeah. Why does Ted always feel people have got something against him? It's not people have something against me. It's people randomly attack me. If you look at my DMs, I have DMs of people attacking me all the time. And I know it's not the consensus. I know the majority of people, you know, either can stand me for the most part because they learned something, or they just tune me out. But you know, I always want to look at the 10% or the 5% that have the issue, and I want to, you know. And people say, well, don't try and solve that. Like, just go with the majority. But you know what? There's probably diamonds in the rough that, you know, maybe will turn out to be even greater. And it's just always looking at something to, you know, see if you can assist somebody with that. That's sort of how I look at things. You know, I want to give everybody a fair chance. I don't want to discount people. I mean, it's easy to do that, right?
Especially if they start off in that type of manner. That's easy to kind of put someone to one side.
Yeah.
Well, you should be like normal, you know. We say, I don't know. Again, it's probably going back to the whole age thing, generation stuff.
Yes.
Everyone on face value to start with, anyway. You should be, if that makes sense. So,
yep.
If someone comes out, you know, all guns firing, you're going to always take a back step, aren't you? So.
What do people say? People, they threaten my life. They say they're going to come after me. They say that everything I talk about is wrong. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of hatefulness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah, that's crazy how they say they're gonna go after you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People say that all the time. They say like, I'm coming after me. I'm like, all right, cool. If I ever come to Toronto, I can treat you and Roger a steak. Well, yeah, the chances are I'll probably buy dinner, but I mean, if that's cool, if you want to go for steak, we can do that.
Yeah, it's only because you guys know the best steak places. There's some good ones there.
So gold kept going up. Oh wow, nice. That's good. How many pips is that from 1478 again?
0.
Shut up. 20
pips left.
You're not invited to the UK. Don't come. Just stay home with your cash. Pikachu.
Always a good comment every time. There's always one.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So he's in the UK then. Yeah.
Just for that, I'm showing up.
That's it. Pop over.
That's it.
Wait, did you say that was Pikachu?
Yeah, there's a guy that comes into the chat that at first he was very like upset with things, but now he just comes into like just sort of talk like quick and leave, and he always has like a really funny comment. So his comment today to me was,
he was on the Todd Capital live stream today.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, yeah, Todd's a nice guy, and then someone asked him about you, and he's like, I haven't made my decision yet, but don't trust him.
Gotta have some characters.
Yeah.
Makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed when people inject humor. Like if you're gonna be a funny troll, I always think that's funny. I think that there's nothing wrong with like the Weird Al Yankovic sort of style of, you know, like making things light and making things fun. I think that's good. Like we learned that Pikachu is just a fun person. Like he obviously, you know, he enjoys what he does and he thinks it's funny. And now his comments are really entertaining. So, you know, he'll stick around and that's sort of his stick.
It's never been over the top.
That's right. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like when you start involving people's family or personal stuff, like that's not cool. Like
that's different.
Yeah. Once you start like going over that line, you know, saying your family, your mom,
that's not.
Yeah.
That's already past the line.
Yeah, but if you're just gonna come on here and say don't come to the UK, like all right, cool.
Yeah,
that's like a red ball. What's it? A red flag to a ball. That's like okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you this week. No, I think we're good fun though. London's a good weekend out. You enjoy it.
Well, I can always do what Forex Rob did. Forex Rob showed up for 2 days in Toronto. He's like, I decided to come here for a weekend trip. I'm like, holy cow.
With the fly, I was thinking about that. Like,
yeah, I'm talking to him. I want to be like,
I don't know if I could deal with doing the whole, because I'm so shit scared of flying. Fly there, but it'd take me like a week to recover before we get back on to come back. So I don't know if I could deal with it. That's a lot of flying in like this weekend.
Yeah, like he really booked it.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's good though. Like, you know, you met him.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid, he's funny. Not gonna lie. Like, but yeah, he's a little weird.
You got yellow face in real life, as you said.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
yeah he does too.
You what? What do he do?
He has a yellow face in real life. The smiley face.
Emoji. Emoji. Yeah.
You missed DJ. Double burn. Hey. I'm gonna head out, guys. Everyone be safe. See you tomorrow.
Be like, dude.
And remember, I called that GJ. Easy.
I'm watching these streams for like 3 months now, and all from the beginning to the end, that there's so much to learn. And after the trades are done, I would stick around. I like that. Yes. See, like we took our trades, and now we're just hanging out.
Yeah, and it's like this before we take trade as well.
Yeah.
Talk about it and we'll have to wait. So we talk about all sorts.
You know, the funny thing is, there's a lot of banter before a setup and after a setup.
Yep.
But when the price is moving, it's just strict. Okay, guys, you look at this candle. This is moving like this. This is breaking like this.
Yeah, that's business time.
Yeah, it's business time.
Things, if it wasn't like that, I think that's what the stream would be so boring.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I could sit here for 3 or 4 hours and not talk to someone. And just be like,
How do I send my chart? Joel Williams, you have failed. Right there, asking that question. Before I go, I'll go wish Pikachu, a Merry Christmas to you and Happy Holidays.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I thank everybody for supporting the streams. This has been a sick ride. Oh man, this whole... No, it hasn't been a year on YouTube yet.
It can't be far off, no?
Yeah.
It's almost, right?
August.
Oh, was it all? Oh, yeah, because it's Mixer, wasn't it?
Live streams are going to be 1 year in August. Man, imagine we started on YouTube from the beginning.
Shit, you'd have a lot.
Man, it would have been huge.
Man, I told you to bingo on YouTube, man.
I always thought it's going to be a little complicated, but it wasn't.
I'll just give it another 6 months, man. It'll be fine. It'll be loads.
Yeah, we're anticipating.
No, matter of fact, when I asked you to go on YouTube, you said it lagged. That was the problem.
Yes.
It's probably his computer then.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
But in the end, I don't know.
It's just a good platform, I think.
Joel Williams, why have I failed? I thought you guys like to see our charts and what we're seeing. Well, Joel Williams, I think you skipped the section where it says watch this before the live stream rules. There's a video on how to post the charts. And if you can't analyze the description and view the video, how are you going to analyze charts? I understand. You know, so no one should be asking a question how to send charts. All the information is there. It's open. All the information.
All in the description.
All in the description. Do you think USD CAD was a fake out? I don't think USD CAD was a fake out. There was no strong bullish candle confirming that it will continue going up. Except for the 15 minute. But, you know, 15 minutes is a week time frame, so it doesn't count. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go head off. Oh, someone donated £10. Thank you.
That's nice, man.
Perfect.
That can get you more of them chocolate wafers, dude.
Yeah, that pays for the eggs this morning. Can you let one of your students explain what mistakes they have been able to avoid since they started with you guys?
Overtrading.
Overtrading.
There you go. That's one. I'm not going to go through the list.
What about Paul? Hey, Paul. Oh,
what? Hello.
How has your trading changed since you became disciplined?
If it's not my trading time, I don't look at the charts, and that helps a lot.
Yeah. That's it.
And then 1 to 2 trades a day and 1 pair.
I think that's the key.
Yep, 1 pair.
It's so simple, but when you start to see the results, you're like, man, I can't believe it was this simple.
Yeah. I don't think you need more than 1 pair to fully live off of Forex.
Yes.
Make a good income.
Because like this one move GJ just made, like if that's the only trade you caught this week, you're fine. You didn't need another trade.
Yeah. I think that personally took me like a long time to really grasp. To just focusing on one pair, because like when you start trading, you're told that it's open 24 hours a day, you have all these pairs you can trade, you can make money all day every day, you know. Yeah. And that's what the 90% people chase. And then I start to look around that, okay, what are the 10% who are not doing that? What are they doing? They're just looking at a few instruments, they're taking 1 or 2 trades a day, and basically that was it. As simple as that sounds, but that was just it. It just took time to really understood the little moves, you know, once you're taking 1 or 2 trades. That's the only thing it took, like, just took a little time. Like most people see us here every day, we come here mostly at trade GG and gold and just take 1 or 2 trades. I post it on Instagram and then I post my withdrawals, and I mean, that's about it.
Gym, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the day.
And then I go to
and
the
it
gym.
helps you. Yeah, it helps you see the moves that always happen.
Yeah.
So like with Chris and I doing Asian for, I think it's been like six days now.
Yeah.
It really does. It'll have like 1 or 2 cues that it does every single day. That's like, all right, here's the volume, here's the move.
And then as quick as that, it's gone.
Yeah. But if we were looking at 10 pairs, we wouldn't see that.
No.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you'll be chasing your trade because you'll be looking for a setup on so many charts because you force it then. There's no need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, trading is pretty straightforward now.
It's a lot easier. I've got to be honest. I think for me as well, one of the biggest things is it's easy because it's not so lonely, if that makes sense. Not being not boring, but you
Yeah.
got people out, you've got people social network at the same time as actually doing your job. So it's a lot more fun than me sitting here by myself all day.
Yeah. I think being here, it kind of teaches you patience too.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Because you don't.
Because if you were looking at GJ and you thought you wanted to take a trade, but nobody else is taking a trade, it's like, maybe there isn't a trade.
Yeah, it makes you think a little bit sometimes. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I still stick to my plan because I entered a little bit later on GJ than where rakeel looked. To be fair, I was looking on a different chart, but I mean that's still my setup. It's still the same. It's still the same outcome, but just in a slightly different way. But again, patience, man. Oh damn! Man, look, there's a euros up in here now. Rakeel. Oh, he's gone.
I think GJ is going to head down to 141,646.
Rakeel, you got some more euros, dude?
Oh yeah, I see that. Thank you. But okay, who's this? Let's check this one chart out. Check out this one chart. Yeah, man, I think a lot of people are making some like nice money here from. All right, I'm gonna head off.
Sounds like someone wants to go gym.
Yeah. All right, Sinan, let's go. All right, take care, everybody.
Yeah, have a good day.
See you later.
Yeah, he starts attacking